went to dinner, whining, grinding. She sitting there, yeah, she laughing and crying. I said, what's wrong, baby, why are you crying? She said, vibe, baby, guess I'm just dying.
Before Travis Scott topped the US rap charts with Rodeo and Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight, or drop tracks like Butterfly Effect, pick up the collaborating with the likes of Kanye, T.I., Jay-Z, 2 Chainz, Drake, Young Thug, Future, Quavo, and Kendrick Lamar. His Blink and You'll Miss It cameo on the music video for Bad and Bougie. He was featured on XXL's freshman class in 2013 and got the cover all to himself 3 years later.
Hey yo, what up, it's Travis Scott. This is my XXL cover shoot. Birds in the Trap. Dude, I'm excited. Is it still going? Cool. Let's keep rolling. Yes. Don't cut me off.
Travis Scott grew up in the suburbs of Houston in a family with a long line of musicians. His dad was a drummer and his grandfather was a jazz composer. Young Travis showed musical promise from a young age, playing drums from the age of 3 and producing his first song at 13 years old. His parents were happy to encourage his musical endeavors while they remained a hobby. But something changed as Travis began to cut class to make beats and chose to follow music as a career. He would find himself in fistfights with his dad and lying to his mother as he spent money she sent him for college on plane tickets to New York and LA. Soon his parents caught on to his scam and cut him off financially, even as he returned to Houston for a failed attempt at making amends. Then homeless, penniless, and alone, Travis returned to Los Angeles on borrowed money, and that's when he got a call from T.I. What's going on, fellas? My name's Michael McCrudden, coming at you with a bitch-ass before their famous story, and this one is on Travis Scott. Now, I did the original video way back in 2015, and needless to say, that video needs a good dusting off. He got mixed in with Kanye's crew over at Good Music, and they were working on the debut compilation Cruel Summer, and Travis, he ended up getting some credits on this album. More recently, I've covered Vince Staples, Cap G, and Trippie Redd. Be sure to check those videos out, and let me know, as always, in the comments down below who you want me to document next. Alright, let's light this joint. Woo! Travis Scott was born Jackie Webster Jr. on April 30th, 1992. For the most part, he grew up in the middle-class suburbs of Houston, Texas, but from the ages 1 to 6 lived with his grandmother in South Park, a neighborhood that was a little different. Growing up, my grandmother stayed in the hood, Travis told Complex, so I seen random crazy mad bums, and crazy spazzed out motherfuckers. I saw people looking weird, hungry, and grimy. I was always like, I gotta get the f out this shit. Travis grew up surrounded by music. His grandfather was a jazz composer and a master in music composition. His father was a drummer and taught young Travis to play when he was just 3 years old. A little down the line, Travis would also learn to play piano and quit that because, in his words, it wasn't getting no bitches. Travis's mother worked for the tech giant Apple. He also has siblings, a set of twins, 9 years his junior. As a kid, Travis would frequent Houston's Six Flags Astro World. He loved the theme park so much that he's naming his 3rd studio album after it. But on October 30th, 2005, the park shut its doors forever. While this was a devastating blow for young Travis, the same year, his dad bought him studio equipment. A 13-year-old Travis Scott would then be crafting his own songs from home. His first was over a Pharrell Williams beat. Kanye West would also be a significant artistic influence for Travis, both as a producer and as an MC. Travis also greatly admired Kid Cudi and went as far to say this in an interview with MTV News.
Like, there would be no Travis Scott. It wasn't, him.
Travis attended a private elementary and middle school before studying at the public high school Lawrence E. Elkins High. He loved private school and was a little less interested in high school, but managed to graduate early at the age of 17 and was a pretty well-behaved kid. He smoked weed for the first time as a junior in high school after taking a relatively weak hybrid of indica and sativa called White Widow. He recalls getting so high that he knocked over a display of potato chips at a local gas station. The only trouble he got into was for skipping school to meet up with collaborators and make some beats. As his focus on music crystallized, Travis began working as part of a group and began DJing at parties. He started rapping and expanded his producing skills, working with just about every beat-making program other than Fruity Loops, which he hates. In 2008, he and his longtime friend Chris Holloway formed the duo The Graduates and released their first untitled EP via MySpace. The next year, he got together with OG Chess to form The Classmates, with whom Travis released 2 projects, Buddy Rich in 2009 and Cruisin' USA in 2011 before disbanding in 2012. While Travis's father had helped to nourish Travis's budding musical talents, he wasn't always so supportive. His parents were not happy that Travis wanted to pursue rap as a career. Often while he was making beats in his room, his dad would storm in and rip his power cord out of the socket or cut the power to his room entirely. It got so bad that the two would even have fistfights in front of Travis's friends. After high school, Travis briefly attended the University of Texas, San Antonio, and Austin, majoring in international business. He found the experience depressing, and after 2 years, he decided to drop out to continue pursuing his music. When his family found out, they were horrified, but Travis delayed that a while by lying.
I was in college. My mom thought I was in school. So she thought I was paying for school, but she was like paying for like food and plane tickets.
After deciding to drop out, he called his mom and asked for money for books and a new computer. When the cash arrived, he bought a plane ticket to New York. While there, Travis spent the time grinding it out, working with Mike Wax and at Just Blaze Studio, Stadium Red. He was crashing at friends' houses, sleeping on floors, and after 3 or 4 months of this, he grew tired of the New York scene. He then decided to fly out to LA. By this time, his parents had tried visiting him at college and discovered that he wasn't there. After catching on to the fact that he had dropped out, they cut him off financially. Around the same time, Travis has said his friend and collaborator who had been traveling with him decided to call it quits and left him. So Travis found himself alone with no money and not even a phone. He continued to grind it out and managed to get some cash selling beats. He also put out his first music video for the song, That Bitch Crazy. He left LA to return to Houston, but his parents, frustrated with his lying and concerned that music was a dangerous career path to follow, threw him out of the house. A friend of his bought him a ticket back to LA and he made his return. The moment he landed, he discovered 14 text messages from T.I. and his crew asking him to come by the studio. While Travis didn't know this at the time, T.I. had heard one of his productions titled Lights Lovesick, which he had put out while he was living in New York. First meeting with T.I., the Atlanta legend freestyled over another track by Travis called Animal.
Willy-nilly, or he was like recording?
Yeah, and that's when I first met Iggy right there, bro. That's when she first came out. I was like, damn.
Travis would soon join T.I.'s Grand Hustle, with whom he would release all his music going forward. His first solo mixtape, Owl Pharaoh, was released in 2013, and its only single, Upper Echelon, would feature both T.I. and 2 Chainz. Money was still tight. Travis was still living a pretty nomadic lifestyle. He was subleasing a room but was thrown out because his landlord thought he had hooked up with his girlfriend. Travis's buddy Sycamore then got him a hotel room to stay in, but that wouldn't last long. While he was chilling there, he got a call from Kanye West's people. In his first meeting with Kanye, Travis was served a taco on a fancy platter topped with sour cream. The only thing he seems to hate as much as Fruity Loops is, well, sour cream. Still, he managed to eat the whole thing as Kanye listened to his beats and offered both praise and critique.
Then I played him my album. He was like, damn, bro. Like, he's like, you're like super like ill. He's like, damn, like he was just like talking to me for like 2 hours, showing me like all these ideas.
Kanye took Travis under his wing, signing him to Good Music Productions wing, Very Good Beats. He would earn production credits on songs like To the World, The Morning, and the remix of I Don't Like. Kanye would also invite Travis to rap on Sin City. Same year, 2012, Travis appeared on Blocka with Pusha T and Popcorn, and Meek Mill's I Get It. Travis's dad saw the work he was doing with Kanye, and he called up his son and told him he was proud of him. Travis appeared on the cover of XXL as a member of its freshman class list in 2013 and would go on to release his second solo mixtape days before Radio in 2014. His first studio album, Rodeo, dropped on September 4, 2015. It would be certified platinum, topped the US rap charts, and hit number 3 on the Billboard 200. Its lead single, 3500, would feature Future and 2 Chainz, while Antidote would be certified triple platinum and hit number 4 on the Billboard US rap. Later, Travis Scott graced the cover of XXL again, this time solo. After releasing Bird in the Trap Sing McKnight, the mega successful album peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and received serious critical praise. The album featured artists like 21 Savage, Andre 3000, The Weeknd, Quavo, Kendrick Lamar, Bryson Tiller, Young Thug, and the artist Travis had long wanted to collaborate with, talking about Kid Cudi. Same day he premiered the album, he also announced that he would be executive producing Kanye's Good Winter, a follow-up to Cruel Summer. Somehow, he also found time to tour, launch his own imprint label, work on an upcoming collab album with Quavo, and put together his next studio album, Astroworld, set to be released on September 1st, 2017. As for the rest of the story, well, geez, I think that's pretty much it, because this is before they're famous. Now, you guys requested an updated version, so I got that done for you. As always, be sure to let me know who's next in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrud, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!
Birds in the trap.